Do you know how to tell the difference between the speed of a market and the strength of a market? Well, listen, if you're planning on making a move here in 2023, it is vital that you are able to distinguish between the speed of a market and the strength of a market. Savvy home buyers and sellers that understand this distinction will prosper in 2023. Those that don't understand that will struggle more than they need to. So, on this month's edition of the Central Indiana Market Watch, I am going to share with you the difference between the speed of a market and the strength of a market, and how you can prepare yourself if you're maybe thinking about making a move sometime in the next 3 to 6 to 12 months. This is Andy Liechty with Andy Liechty Associates with FC Tucker, and what I want to do is I want to kind of change the order a little bit in the way that I talk about the market right now. I have just pulled these stats here from our local market and wanted to share them with you. And I'm going to start differently than I usually do on my market watches. Today I'm going to talk about, and I haven't talked about this as much in the last few months, but I'm going to lead with this. Several of you that have watched my market watches consistently over the last 2 years, I would talk a lot about the homes pending versus the homes for sale and what those ratios were. And that is at the core of the speed of a market. And what I want to share with you is what I noticed pulling stats yesterday versus back in April. So for instance, in Hamilton County right now, homes pended versus homes that are for sale on the market. Right now, there is 0.8 homes pended versus one home that is for sale. And to give you a perspective on that, back in April, when things were kind of at a frenzy and the speed of the market was really, really rapid, what we saw at that point in time in Hamilton County was there were 4.88 homes pending for one that was for sale. So literally like four to five times more homes pending versus one home for sale than what we have right now. So the market was, the speed of it was like this. Now it's slowing down a little bit. The north side of Marion County, which would be Pike Township, Washington Township, and Lawrence Township. Right now, your pending homes for sale versus homes that are for sale is 0.77 homes pending to one that is for sale, where back in April, that number was 4.43. Again, almost 5 times more speed in April. What was that, 7 months ago, 8 months ago, than there is now. So that speed, when people say the market was so hot and it's not hot now, they're not talking about the strength of the market. They're not talking about the prices of the market. They're talking about the speed of the market. And there's no doubt we've seen a precipitous slowdown in the speed of the market. And a lot of that is driven by the number of homes for sale. If you look in Hamilton County, for instance, on November stats, if you look at November's homes for sale, this past month, in 2022 versus 2021, there were 218% more homes for sale in Hamilton County than in a year ago. Obviously, that's an obscenely high number, right? In Marion County, there was, 68%, which is an incredibly high number based on home sales a year ago. So we're seeing more homes on the market. And we're also seeing the number of buyers dip, because in Hamilton County, in November, homes in November compared to a year ago, 26.8 fewer home sales were done. And in Marion County, that number was up to 38% fewer homes. So again, more homes for sale, fewer buyers. That slows the market down a little bit. So when people talk about the speed of the market and it's cooling does not mean softening as far as price. Cooling means speed of the market. It was overheated and now it's coming down a little bit. All right. The strength of the market has to do with if the market is hard or if it's soft, if the prices are softening or if they're surging forward. And this is kind of where it gets interesting, because what we're seeing is a more normalized pace with what is going on right now. And again, when we take a broader perspective beyond just 1 year and beyond just what we hear in the headlines, we see where this makes sense. We see that the market does have to slow down when there were no listings figuratively available a year ago versus, quite a bit more right now. Of course that will slow down. With interest rates getting higher and fewer buyers, of course that'll slow down. However, when we take a broader perspective, in Hamilton County, we still only have 56.2% homes for sale today than we did a year ago at this time. Than we did 4 years ago at this time, back in 2018, well before COVID, well before things got all crazy and funky. In Marion County, we only have 77.6% of the homes for sale now that we did 4 years ago. So again, our area has grown. We have fewer homes for sale. So even though there's fewer buyers, which slows the speed down a little bit, that helps the prices remain strong because it's still all about supply and demand. And that's what we're seeing right now. Now, we're not seeing homes that are, going, multiple 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, $70,000 above list price. That is basically a thing of the past now. And if you're a seller that's anticipating that in 2023, you're going to be in for a rude awakening. That's not going to happen. However, we are seeing prices hold firm. And what I mean by that is right now, in the last 90 days, the average sales to list price ratio in Hamilton County and Marion County is 99.5%. So that means on a $400,000 house, on average, that would be selling for $396,200. Now, again, it's not the frenzied pace and people just outbidding people, but the market is still staying steady, even with the fewer buyers and with the more houses. The market is staying steady. That's a very, very good sign for 2023. And that's really what I want to talk to you today about. We are slowly getting into more of a balanced market. And because we're getting into more of a balanced market, our expectations have to change to more of what it was like in a balanced market. Right now, we're going to go into 2023. It's going to be more critical than ever if you're a seller that you're going to need to learn how to position yourself, to put yourself in a premium position, that you're going to need to work with a realtor and a team that know how to target market specific ideal buyers. We know how to do that at Andy Liechty Associates. We'd be happy to serve you and help you with that. Buyers, it's going to be important that you know how to negotiate, how to be able to evaluate your choices, because here's the thing. No, homes aren't going to go, $20,000, $30,000 above list price. But guess what? They ain't dropping a lot either. I think we're going to see prices remain pretty steady right now through most of 2023. National Association of Realtors just came out and shared this information, this sentiment as well too. So when you look at some of the fundamentals that are going on in the market, if you're thinking about making a move, whether you're buying or selling or whether you're doing both, it is important if you're selling that you work with somebody that is more than just a professional at putting a sign in the yard and hoping and praying that your home sells, that they know how to strategically position it and target market. If you're a buyer, it's important that you work with a realtor and a team that knows how to do more than just be a professional door opener and knows how to fill out an auto-populated purchase agreement. We provide a lot of creative solutions here at Andy Liechty Associates that we would be happy to share with you. In fact, either above or below, I'll share a presentation that can show you how to position yourself if you're thinking about making a move here in 2023. We hope you found this information valuable. If you have further questions, further comments, please leave them down below. I'd love to get your thoughts on what you think the market's going to do in 2023. But this is just kind of my perspective coming at it from being in the business for 18 years and seeing what's going on right now. I'm really excited for the opportunities that we have going into 2023 as we get in to really a more historically normal market. And my team and I, we would love to serve you and your referrals. If you have any questions, if you have any thoughts, please reach out. And as always, we're never too busy for your referrals. Thanks so much.